Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video and to a new episode of NQ Market Review and Trades Recap. So it's been some time since I did one of these and I thought this was the right time for it, the weekend. So as always, I'm going to show you the trades that I took and the logic behind them from higher time frame all the way to the lower time frame. And if you have trades that you took, alright, and maybe you can't know the reason why you lost, or maybe you need a second brain to give you some feedbacks, I'll be happy to do that. You can just DM me in my Twitter account the trades that you took and I'll reply to you there. Alright, so a clean Friday, right? One of the cleanest Fridays ever, basically from the higher time frame, right? This on the 15-minute, we can see that this is clearly an uptrend. And uptrend is a series of expansions and pullbacks, right? And inside here we have also a series of expansions and pullbacks, and we have this higher time frame pullback, right? For example, if we go to the 1 hour, there's gonna be a one leg move, all right? So don't be fooled by these break of structures right here and wanting to take the market lower, all right? Just because maybe you have a sweep, you have a failure on the highs, and then you have a break of structure and you think that I'm going to take the market lower. First of all, you have to think in terms of fundamental analysis. After all, this is NQ, all right? And you can't just short it from these highs right here. It's not going to work for you, all right? So when you have an uptrend like this, your best trades is going to be longs. Of course, you're going to take some, or you can find some shorts in these pullbacks right here, but you don't want to take the market lower further than this, all right? Remember that you want to take a pullback only, not a reversal trade. So if we zoom in, I took trades at London session. It seemed as a clean trade, but I got caught in a range, so I had to close a trade to break even, and then I took a nice long from here. So let me show you, and then we're gonna go through the logic. So this is the first trade, you can see it here. I had to close it at break even because it took so much time and it wasn't worth it anymore. Even if it hit TP afterward, it was not worth it. The setups are always gonna be present, and when you think this way, you're not gonna lose sleep over a trade that you missed or that you closed and then it went to TP or something, alright? And this is the second trade that I took on New York session, and you can see straight to TP. And this is the kind of trades that I like, to participate in, not like this, alright? So if you go through the logic behind them, we can see on the 1 minute we have this beautiful trend forming, alright? We see it on the 15 minutes. And this is how it looks like on the 1 minute, all right? Although this could be just a first stop and then maybe a deeper one, just like here. But still, it was clean. If we build the context before that, we have first of all a nice sweep here and then a huge move to the upside. You can see the rejection from here, and I believe I took this long from here. Yeah, I took it last Friday. This was a really clean trade, and this was just pretty much identical, the one that I took here on Friday. So what happened on today's price action? We traded to the downside, and this was late on the session from Thursday. We created the low of the day, all right? And then look what happened. After the market opened once again, we traded to the downside, we swept this, and then we start trading to the upside. If you go to the daily, you can see we swept the previous daily low, all right? So we are aligning ourselves with the time frames and the trend. So not just the trend, but what the time frames are doing, all right? Sometimes you want to take long on the 15 minute or on the 1 minute, but it might not be the time to long yet. All right, there's still something that needs to be done on higher time frames, and then you can position yourself with the trend on the lower time frames. So that's very important. Just because you are trading with the trend, it doesn't mean that you're gonna have a high win rate or something. So after we swept this, we started forming this beautiful trend to the upside, and this is what I saw on the London session. So you can see a clean move to the upside. We traded to the downside. All right, we swept this low, right, and then we have a big displacement to the upside. So my idea was pretty simple. When price returns back, I'm gonna take the long and put my TP from here. My stop loss could be something or somewhere around here. All right, because we still have a lot of room to trade to the upside. We had this imbalance and this was the target. So I took the long from here because I know that there's still a lot of targets above us. We have this intermediate term high and mainly this imbalance. And again, we are with the trend and we swept the previous daily low. All right, so the trade was something like this. I took it from here. I was so confident with this trade, right? But it took so much time, and this was like, let me see. Yeah, around 3 hours, and this is not my kind of scalps. A scalp under 1 minute, 3 hours is just not for me. So I had to close it and I continued my day. But you can see that it played out perfectly. And NFP, I guess. I don't know, I don't trade news, but I believe this was NFP and delivered beautifully to this imbalance. But although this imbalance was hit, I was still looking for longs because overall this is the previous daily high. We took the previous daily low, so this was the target. So again, still we have some room to trade to the upside. And even if we don't, I'm a scalper, I don't need to catch a big move to the upside. All right, all I need is some points, and I put a tight stop loss. So what happened is that we traded to the upside, all right, and we started ranging. And if your strategy gave you a signal here when this range started, you should work on it, work on filters, right? You shouldn't trade this. Price is unable to trade to the upside or the downside. You can see that we have just wicks on both sides, right? A textbook range. So all you have to do is to wait. And then we had a sudden move to the downside to sweep the low from here, all right? And we were leaving all these beautiful highs right here, and this one also, right? So the final thing to do is when price swept the low from here, all I have to do now is to go to the lower time frames and look for a confirmation. And you can see on the 15-second, it's a simple market structure break. We put in this low, we traded to the upside, we came back and took this low, right? This was a sweep under 1 minute, and then we have a break of structure here. So you can see a very simplistic entry model, right? But it is a build up that led to this clean move, all right? And you don't want to be greedy. I always say this, you don't want to be greedy with the entries. You can be greedy with the stop losses, all right? Especially when we have like a V-shaped recovery, when we have a sudden move to the downside, we're likely gonna do another sudden move to the upside to recover. But you don't want to be too greedy with the entry and you put it on this imbalance or something, because yeah, sometimes you're gonna take that entry and you have good entry and RR, right? But a lot of times you're gonna miss the move, and when you miss such a clean move like this, when everything is screaming to you that the market is gonna reverse and trade to the upside, right? And you did everything right and the market just leaves without you, no matter what you say to yourself, it's gonna hurt you inside, all right? And there is no need for that, honestly. Just enter from here, and since you are aligned with the higher time frame, you can just extend your TP to cover that early entry, or you can just play around with your stop loss. You don't have to put it here all the time, all right? The market doesn't go all the way to here every single time and then reverses. It does that like 10% of the time. So especially when we have like a V-shaped recovery, it rarely does that actually, because I saw some traders that they saw this move, whatever they used to analyze the market, and they saw this clean move, but they were putting their TP, I don't know, order entry. Some put it on the 30%, some put it on the 50%, some took a fib from here to here and they put it on a discount, or I don't know. But don't be greedy. But if the move is too clean like this, you better catch it, alright? Because if you miss this clean move and you take another sit up afterward and it hits your stop loss, although that stop loss is very normal and it can happen, but since you missed this clean move because of 1 point from your TP, that stop loss can lead to revenge trading and deviating from your plan. Alright, so I hope you like this video, and if you have any other questions, you can always DM in my Twitter account or leave a comment down below and I'll answer you as soon as I can. Now happy trading and good luck.